Hello buddies, so I'm going to show you how to read the XLS file in Android Studio. So this is the XLS file. So I have a two sheets, sheet 1 and sheet 2. Okay, so both sheets we are going to read and we are going to display it in Android Studio. Okay, how we are going to do. Okay, so just see item, there we have a title of item 1, item 2 and sheet 2 have a name, these things. Okay, so coming back to Android Studio, for reading those things we need some dependency support. So for those dependencies, so this is the dependency. So we are going to use Apache POI for this one. So you can find it any updated version, whatever the version you just use it over here. Okay. Uh, so then what the according to this dependency, we have the minimum SDK should be 26. If it is below 26, it will give some packages, it won't work that error, so it won't run in your system. So we have to put it at 26. Okay, so then you can use it, or otherwise you have to use like this as a excluded only for that error making packages. Okay, so then I just created a model class for sheet 1. So this is a sheet 1 model class and this is a sheet 2 model class. Okay, so I just downloaded the Google sheet which I created. This is a dummy sheet I just created. So I just downloaded this one and I added in the assets. Okay, so now other things are same. Those is the main activity. This is a compose. We are going to create everything. So in this compose I'm going to write a file to read and then I'm going to show it in a table. Okay, so this is how we are going to do. So first we'll create a function fun XLS files. Okay, so for getting the file from the asset we need a context. Okay, so I'm just adding a context. So for safety purposes I'm just adding a try catch. Okay, exception. So then log d, not log d. Okay, log e exception. Okay, so these are all for debugging purposes. Okay, so then we are going to take the input stream input stream is equal to context dot assets dot open. So inside this open we need to give the file name sample underscore sheet dot XLSX. Okay, so this is a sheet name. So we have a input stream now. So using this input stream we are going to take a workbook. Okay, workbook factory workbook factory dot create the input stream. So okay, so now we took the workbook over here. So in this workbook we have a two sheets. Okay, you can see it in the sheet. You have a two sheets. Okay, sheet 1, sheet 2. So this sheet 1, sheet 2 will come in that workbook. So from that workbook we are going to take each sheet. From each sheet we are going to go by one rows and each columns or each cells. Okay, so let me show you. So for in the for I'm taking a sheet in workbook. Okay, so from the workbook I am taking a sheet. Okay, so okay, sorry. Okay, in that workbook I took a sheet, right? So in the sheet we have a row. Okay, row in sheet. Okay, so inside the row we need to take columns. Okay, so we can take column also. You can, if you don't know, it is a dynamic sheet, you don't know the column names, you don't have any particular model class to put, means you can take same kind of for loop you can put for column. Otherwise now we know, right? We know. So this is having item 1 to item 10 and this is having this one. Okay, so both name is sheet 1 and sheet 2. So I'm going to do one filter over here inside this one. If sheet dot name is equal to sheet 1. Sheet 1 means I'm going to use this model class to load all the datas. Okay, else if sheet dot sheet name is equal to sheet 2. Okay, so if it is a sheet 2 means I'm going to use the same thing, but I'm going to use different model class. Okay, so here we'll add one list. Okay, well item list is equal to mutable list of item model. Okay, so the same thing for person list. Here I'm going to add person model. Okay, so this person list is for this one, item list for this one. Okay, so both sheet we are having. So in this sheet each rows, right, so each rows we are going to take by the index. Okay, so I'll just create val item1 is equal to row dot get cell. So cell will be at 0's position, we are going to take a cell dot. So there will be options. So it is, if it is a numeric, it will come under a numeric value. If it is a string, it will come under a string. If it is something else, means it will come under digits or double, like that. So you have to find out. So sometimes it will be here, it will shows in sometime there it will take it as a double. So that time we have to figure out something you have to debug and do it by yourself based on your sheet. So for now I'm going to do it like, so there is a numeric, so I am taking as a numeric. And here I am in my thing, I am having everything as string. Okay, so I am going to convert this everything to dot to string. Okay, so everything item 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, okay, one more is there. Okay, 10 now. Okay, so now the index also need to change. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, so index will be 0 to 9. So here the thing is, only not all the things are integer. 1 2 3 4 5 is string. Okay, so I'm going to change the 2 from 2 string cell. So these are all string cell. I'm going to change this cell to string. 4 till 5 it is string. Okay, so then these items I'm going to add it in the item list. Okay, so once it is done in the for loop, item list dot add item model. Okay, so inside item model, item 1, so you can see it here, item 1 to 10. I just added these items in the item model. Okay, so the same kind of set for this one too. So it's not like item 1, item 2, item 3. So you can see over here in the sheet 2, we have number, name, place, city, only 4 items: number, name, place, city. So I am just going inside. It's a number only, it's a numeric. So number, name, place, city. Okay, so item 5 also we don't need. So first number is a numeric, others are string, correct? Okay, so then here what is it, personal list dot add person module. Okay, inside the module we are going to add number, name, place, city. Okay, so now it is done. What is this? We'll just remove this one. Okay, dot to int. Okay, so now it is done. So we have two lists. One is the item list and this one. So while running you will get these two items as a list. Okay, so what I am going to do now, so there is one case is there. It is like error case. So it is like the sheet, right? So if you see it here, we are taking the position row from the starting. The first item, 0th position will be numeric we are taking, right? So in the place of numeric, but when coming to the first row, it is not numeric, that is a string, so it will give a error, first one. Okay, so that one we need to handle separately. And then if the cell the thing is, it can't find out. So this is a whole cell, it is going more than unlimited number of columns and rows, so it can't find out where to stop also. So we have to make it a stop to find out the empty space. So if this is a empty, we need to break the loop, so then only this loop will stop, otherwise it will go like the whole sheet. whole sheet how many empty columns, and it will sometimes it will go as a infinite loop also. So that one we need to block by finding if it is a empty column or row. Okay, so in the Android, so let me show you like here. Okay, so before the if case, not before the if case actually, so inside the if case actually. Okay, inside the if we inside the for loop also. Okay, inside the for loop we have to put one thing. So okay, so row number will be there. So row number will be 0 if it is a row. If a row number is 0 means we are going to break the current loop means we are going to it won't go after this. If it is a continue means it won't go after this code doesn't exit. It will break this one and it will go to the next item in the loop. Okay, so that's what continue. So we are going to continue this one. So if now we are going to take row dot get cell 0, okay, equal to null, or cell 0 dot cell type is equal to cell type dot blank. So if it is blank means we are going to break the whole loop. Okay, so these two things it compulsory for this row as well as here. What is this? 2 times we put row, that is a fault. Okay, there's something happened not good, so we have to delete one loop. Okay, so now it is fine. So now we have a to list. So for our purposes we'll just log d and we can print this one. Okay, I'll just item list and count. Okay, so dot count. So both things I just added over here. So the same thing I'm going to do for this one too. This one is person list count. Okay, so two things, it is for debugging purposes, we can see it in log. So now coming to this one, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to add one lambda function. Okay, result callback. Okay, so in the result callback I'm going to have two parameters. So you know that one is item list. Okay, item list, it's like list of item models. Then person list, it's like list of person model. Okay, so then we are going to return that return type is unit. Okay, so we are going to take this callback. So whenever I am going to, so we can make it as a different callback, that would be fine. So that for now we are having both things, so that is fine. So if you are doing means you just make it as a different callback, that will be very great. Okay, so this we can make this function as a suspend function. Okay, so after this for loop finished, we are going to call result callback. Okay, inside this item list and person list, both list we are going to give this one. Okay, after this sheet. So once the loop is done, it will go over here. So how we can call this one inside here is means we have a launch effect. We are going to use launch effect to call this one. Okay, so it will call only once. Okay, once it is called, so I'll just take a scope also, where scope remember coroutine scope. Okay, scope dot launch. Here we are going to call read file xxx context, then callback. Okay, in the callback we are having item list and person list. Okay, so both things. Okay, so based on this so this will return the item over here for that thing. So we are going to get the, what is that, we are going to get the response in this one, and we are going to show that one. Okay, so for that we are going to create a mutable live data over here, or mutable set of something. Okay, well, item data, okay, is equal to by remember. Okay, remember mutable state list, I think. Mutable state of, not list of, mutable state list of. Okay, okay, so mutable state of item, the same thing for person list. Okay, person list data. So these things we are going to exchange from here. Item list dot value. Okay, item list is equal to item list. What happened? It is a val or where so we need to set things. Okay, import set option. Okay, here what happened? Require list hyphen list of these things. Okay, yeah, got it. Okay, person list data is equal to person list. Okay, person list module. Okay, so this is that one. Now it is fine. So we have a data, and we loaded the data. So now we are going to create a table over here. So for that we have a lazy column with the horizontal scrollable one. Horizontal lazy column means we can scroll like this, and horizontal scrollable means we can scroll in the horizontal form also. Okay, so both things we are having. So inside this I'm going to add one row. So we are going to define a row actually. So if it is a row, so inside row we will have text. Okay, so inside lazy column we can't add items like this. Inside item only we need to add items. Okay, okay, so here item 1. Okay, modifier dot width, I'm giving just 100 dp for everything. Okay, item 1, item 2, item 3, item 4, item 5 on. So this is a title. Okay, so now we are going to use this one to loop everything, and we are going to use it. Okay, items, now we have items, and inside items we are going to give count. Okay, count or size we can give actually. Yeah, count or size we can give. So inside this size it will get so here it will have it. Okay, so that is index of that one. Val is equal to dot this one it. Okay, so now we took the item over here. So same row we are going to copy. So with the same row, we are going to paste it, and instead of this text we are going to change it. So now it is good. So now I am going to run it. So we can see the list in the mobile application. Okay, I'll just stop it, and I'll just run it once. So we have this one. So hope so the data should be loaded in a proper way. Let's see. So log it. I'll just open the logit too. Okay, so you can see the list of items we have loaded. It's loaded automatically. Item 1 from item 1 to from item 10. So it is loaded as per the date sheet. So this is a sheet. You can see item 1 to item 10, number 1, number 2 property. So you can see the same sheet over here. Okay, I think you can do it. So the same kind of, if I just copy and paste the same thing again, we can see the city. Okay, so now I am going to run once again. So you can see this item in the bottom of this row actually. So you can see it is a horizontal scrollable as well as it is a vertical scrollable. We can make the things like this also. So let me, it is running, it came, hope so. it should, yeah, so you can see it's taking time to load, but it won't stop the other things. That's why we are using the scope over here to make this one background, and we are making this suspension. Okay, so now you can see in the bottom, so you can see the scroll. Actually we have a second list over here, first list over here. Okay, so this is how we have to read each sheet by sheet and cell and raw columns in a XLS file. Okay, yeah, thank you.